You do not need to burn out to adjust. It's about staying sharp for that long game. When you work like that, you learn really fast. I like the grind. When you're dialed in, disciplined, and intentional, you can work a lot, at the same time, live well. "90 hours a week." That's how much I was working. And honestly, I kind of loved it. The pace, the stimulation, the constant momentum, running between clinic, hospital, sports med, aesthetics. I felt alive. But somewhere in the middle between sprinting from one place to another, I realized something important. Working hard is great, but even better is working in a way that's sustainable. That's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. But first, let's cue the intro. My name is Sahil, and in today's video, I want to share with you what it actually felt like to work 90 hours a week as a doctor. The pros, the adrenaline, the growth, but also why I eventually decided to find my balance. Not because I burned out, but because I recognized what burnout could look like, and I wanted to stay away from it. So first of all, why did I even do this? And to be honest, it all started with pure excitement. I like the grind, like genuinely. If you've been following my journey since medical school, since pre-med days, you know I've always been about that grind or hustle mindset. So for me, seeing patients back to back or rounding at the hospital, doing ultrasound guided injections, running to the aesthetics practice, practicing Botox fillers, that all felt amazing. It was meaningful, stimulating, and when you work like that, you learn really fast. Instead of figuring out systems in, let's say, 12 months, I felt like I was doing it even faster in 6 months. Every day was feedback. Every day was course correction. But the pace came with different side effects. Again, not burnout, more like signs I didn't want to ignore. For example, I started noticing meals were becoming rushed, sleep got compressed, my workouts weren't as consistent as I'd like them to be, and every day felt like a sprint to the next task. I wasn't necessarily crashing, I wasn't struggling, but I could see that if I didn't course adjust my life, it could eventually happen. And that's not the life I wanted, and not the type of doctor I want to be or person I want to aspire to be for my patients. So continuing on that point, for me, like I've said, burnout isn't always a dramatic collapse. Sometimes it's subtle. You catch yourself running on autopilot, and then you notice you haven't really even taken a breath in hours. Sometimes I'd look at my schedule and I didn't see any white space. For me, this wasn't really a breaking point. It was self-awareness, a moment of clarity where I realized that if I truly want longevity in medicine and my personal life, and if I want to enjoy this pace long-term, I needed to build sustainability into my life. Specifically, that means not slowing down, but really just being intentional with where I put my energy. This next part is for all the young hustlers. Adjusting the system, not the ambition. So what that means for me is, when I realized all these things, I didn't reduce my ambition. I didn't suddenly stop working hard. I simply optimized the parts of my life that didn't need to drain my energy. So for example, I automated my meals, resulting in zero decision fatigue. I started protecting my workouts, and that would be my non-compromisables. I put boundaries around my time and my personal time. I scheduled breaks. Even though I really do hate taking them, I scheduled them so that I forced myself to recoup and be better. I built systems so I wasn't completely reacting all the time. And the crazy thing is, given all of this, I still work more than the average. But now that pace just feels more intentional and not chaotic. For me, it really does feel like a lifestyle and not a sprint. So needless to be said, this isn't about slowing down. Instead, it's about staying sharp for that long game. By creating structure, I got more efficient. I feel like I became more present with patients. I had some more mental clarity. I generally just started enjoying the work even more. Again, it wasn't this dramatic transformation. It was just small adjustments that I feel like created long-term sustainability for me. I say that having only worked for about 6 months now, but I feel like I can keep this pace up. And for the young hustlers, when you're dialed in, disciplined, and intentional, you can work a lot at the same time, still live well. So what's the lesson in all this? Well, I can tell you what I learned. You can thrive in a fast-paced life as long as you build systems that support it. And for me, balance didn't really mean doing less. It means doing more things, but with intention. It's recognizing early signs instead of waiting for that dramatic crash. It's protecting your energy so you can keep performing at a high level. Sustainability, I feel, really is a skill, and it's just as important as hard work, the grind, the hustle, all of that. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of today's video. If you're someone who loves the grind, who thrives on momentum just like me, remember, you do not need to burn out to adjust. You really don't need a crisis to help create balance for you. You can keep your ambition and protect your longevity. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to keep seeing similar videos, please don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button and stay tuned for more updates. Until next time, tons of peace, love, and gains for you all.